Tonight your salary will hit your account. For about 11 minutes, everything will feel fine. Then something quiet and invisible will begin. And 2 weeks from now, you will stare at your bank balance and feel the same thing you felt last month. And the month before that. And the month before that. But the real reason that keeps happening has almost nothing to do with how much you earn, and everything to do with a system nobody ever taught you existed. This channel is called The Money Glitch, and every video here is about one thing: the hidden science behind why smart, capable people keep making the same money mistakes. Not because they are lazy or undisciplined, but because their brain is running ancient code inside a financial system it was never built for. If that is exactly the kind of thing you want to understand, follow the channel, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. It genuinely helps more people find this content. Now, back to your paycheck. Here is what almost nobody tells you about money. Most people who feel broke are not broke because they earn too little. Study after study in behavioral economics confirms this. Researchers at Princeton University found that the feeling of financial scarcity is not simply a reflection of how much money someone has. It is a reflection of how money flows through their life. Two people earning identical salaries can end up in completely different financial positions within 5 years. Not because one worked harder, but because one had a system and one did not. Your brain was never built for modern money. For nearly all of human history, resources arrived irregularly. A successful hunt, a good harvest, a dry season. Your brain evolved to consume available resources quickly because storing them was unreliable and dangerous. Economist Sendil Mullainathan, in his landmark research on scarcity, found that financial stress does not just feel bad. It actively reduces your cognitive bandwidth. When your brain is focused on making it to the next paycheck, it becomes physically harder to think long-term. The mental weight of financial scarcity consumes processing power your brain would otherwise use for planning, decision-making, and self-control. This is not a character flaw. This is neuroscience. So when you tell yourself this month will be different, and then 2 weeks later it is not, your brain was not failing you. It was running exactly the program it was built to run inside a financial system it was never designed for. Here is where it gets stranger. Most people assume the solution is more income. Get a raise. Take a second job. Start a side hustle. And then everything will fall into place. But economist Robert Frank documented something called lifestyle inflation across decades of income data. When income rises, spending rises almost immediately to match it. A better phone, more subscriptions, more convenience, a larger car payment. The finish line moves the moment you reach it because your brain recalibrates its sense of normal upward almost instantly, but almost never downward. More money does not automatically fix the problem because the problem is not the size of the river, it is the direction it flows. Here is what that means. The average person receives a paycheck, pays their bills, spends what feels necessary, buys what they want, and then tries to save whatever is left at the end. The fatal flaw in that sequence is the last 4 words. Whatever is left, because there is almost never anything left. Saving becomes the thing that happens after everything else, which means it almost never happens at all. Wealthy people do not save what is left. They save first and live on what remains. This single reversal in sequence is the core difference. Not intelligence, not income, not luck. Sequence. Your brain responds to money in the order it arrives. Richard Thaler's research on mental accounting showed that money which is already designated before it is touched behaves completely differently inside your brain than money which sits available in a single account waiting to be managed. Available money feels like permission. Pre-allocated money feels like a rule. And your ancient brain, which was built to consume available resources, responds very differently to rules than to permissions. This is why automation works where willpower fails. You do not debate whether to brush your teeth every morning. The habit is built into the structure of your day. It does not require a decision. Saving money should work the same way. Not a decision you make every month when you feel disciplined enough. A rule that executes before your brain ever sees the money as available. But here is the hidden enemy that undoes even the best intentions. Modern commerce is not neutral. It is engineered. One-click purchasing, flash sales, food delivery apps, buy now, pay later. Entire teams of behavioral scientists spend their careers studying exactly how to shorten the gap between an impulse and a transaction. Your desire to save is running against systems built by some of the most sophisticated persuasion technology ever created. This is not a fair fight, which is why protecting your money requires something more than good intentions. It requires a structure that removes the fight entirely. A waiting period before non-essential purchases, a separate account that is slightly harder to access, a small automatic transfer that moves before you can feel the money arrive. Not discipline, friction. Because the people who escape the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle are not people with stronger willpower. They are people who stopped relying on willpower and started relying on architecture. Here is the modern mirror. Tonight, your salary will hit your account, and something quiet and invisible will begin. The same force that has been running through every paycheck before this one. Your ancient brain, built to consume what is available, running inside a financial system designed to make everything feel available all the time. The cycle does not break because you earn more. It breaks the moment you change the order in which money moves.